Hey y'all, it's Candace. I'm excited about doing the live today. FYI, I'm thinking that I'll probably do like an actual live video every other week. So if you guys ever have any like questions or specific topics you guys would like me to cover, let me know. I'd be happy to do one that really covers something that you might be dealing with. And if at any point you guys have any questions throughout the live, feel free to ask them. You know, I'm here and I'm doing a live so that you guys can kind of interact. I'm running a little late today because Tommy woke up in a mood this morning and he was not having any of it. And so I literally had to like peel him off me because apparently I'm necessary for him to eat a cereal this morning. So I'm a little frazzled, but I'm here. I'm excited. So today I wanted to talk about something that actually came up in a conversation I was having with a friend of mine the other day, and it really is kind of all about how you're feeling mentally really affects how you show up with your healthy habits and your health and your physical health. So if you've got these healthy goals, things that you're working on, and they're kind of marinating in the back of your mind, you probably have some ideas of what you think you should be doing to work on those. And what I see a lot of people struggle with, and what happens to me a lot, is that I kind of know what I want to be doing, but I'm just not following through. And today I really want to talk about how you're feeling mentally and emotionally I'm sorry. Whew, okay. My glasses and the glare were driving me nuts. So I wanted to talk about how you're feeling mentally and emotionally can really affect how you act physically, right? Or the actions that you take, the things that you do. And so back to the story I was talking about, I was talking to my friend, and she was talking about how the last few days she just hadn't been doing any of the things that like she knew she should be doing. You know, she hadn't been drinking her water, she hadn't been planning her food, she really hadn't even wanted to do any of those things. And you know, what kind of stood out for me, because I have found myself doing this so much, is that she was avoiding some emotions that she was having. Like, and I don't even, you know, I don't know what her specific emotions were, but I know, like, for myself, often I'm avoiding dealing with the fact that I'm stressed. I'm avoiding dealing with the fact that I feel overwhelmed. I feel out of control. I'm anxious. When we have these big emotions, there's kind of two paths to take. There's either the path of, okay, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to feel this, I'm going to think about it, I'm going to analyze it, dive into why am I feeling this way, what's causing this, and what can I do about it? Or we have the, I don't want to feel this way, what can I do not to feel this way? And so very often that represents itself in, you know, maybe your comfort eating, you know, maybe you're dodging workouts, maybe you're not making the time to plan your food, you're not thinking about what healthy options you have. So a lot of times when we're feeling these big emotions, we're trying to avoid them, and most of our habits of avoiding them are ones that really aren't good for our health. And we want to go there because they feel good in the moment. You know, when you're eating something that's not really great for you, some junk food, some, you know, I mean, mine's cookies, y'all. But when you're going for those snack foods, those comfort foods, you get that momentary relief from whatever emotions and feelings that you might be avoiding. So when your goal is to improve your health, your goal is to maybe lose some weight, be more active, but you find yourself not following through on those habits, I really want you to kind of maybe sit down and think to yourself, and I find it very helpful to write this out, but really kind of think like, how do I feel? Why do I not want to follow through with these actions? So I'll give you guys really a good example. When all this COVID-19 stuff hit and I really understood how our finances were going to be affected, what that was going to mean for us, the fact that I had no control over the situation, I didn't understand how it was going to play out, I didn't know how long it was going to last, all of that. Like for me, I immediately felt very overwhelmed. I felt very anxious. I felt completely out of control. And that was really hard because I didn't know what to do with those feelings, and I didn't want to feel that way. You know, I mean, those are not good feelings. Nobody enjoys them, myself included. And so I spent quite a few days just like, no, I don't want to plan my food. You know, no, I don't want to resist any urges I have. I don't really want to exercise. I don't want to try to deal with my diet because that feels overwhelming on top of overwhelm I'm already feeling. It feels hard, and everything felt so hard. And so I didn't follow through on stuff for a few days. But then, and on top of that, right, I already don't want to do it because it feels hard. On top of that, I have the guilt that I'm not doing the things I know I should be doing, right? So, I mean, really, it can very easily compound. And so that feeling of overwhelm, if anything, just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And so, I mean, it took me about 3 or 4 days before I really kind of checked myself and was like, you know what? You have to address how you're feeling. And the fear is that, you know, when you dive into those emotions, it's going to be crazy and intense. But I'm going to tell you what, like, getting to the other side of that felt so much better. Like, you know, I had to sit up one night and I had to really sit there and journal and think about, like, this is what might happen, and then these are my options. And then I had to make decisions about it, you know. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you know, there were some tears, there were some emotions, but when I got to the other side of that, I felt so much relief getting through it. So I was able to then be like, okay, now that I've gotten past this overwhelm and I've gotten past the fear and I've really kind of accepted that that's how I was feeling, I processed those emotions. When I got to the other side, then it's like, okay, now my brain can get back to, okay, let's not eat our feelings. Let's not sit there and be hunting up all the cookies, you know, at 9 o'clock at night because that fear is still in the back of my mind and I'm trying to avoid it. So then it was like, okay, I don't feel the need to comfort eat as much. You know, now I've got the energy and the brain power to decide when I'm going to work out and to plan my meals because I am not spending all of my time and mental energy avoiding these emotions. So I really want y'all to think about if you're like, hey, I want to improve in these areas, I want to improve my health, maybe you want to lose weight, you want to exercise more, you want to get stronger. If you have these goals, but you find yourself resisting doing the things that you should be doing, I really, really want you guys to kind of think, what am I feeling around this? Is there a big emotion that I'm avoiding and that's preventing me from kind of making these steps to that? And if you are, I mean, really, like, it's okay, y'all. It's okay. Life comes with these big emotions, and life comes with these up and downs, and sometimes they spin us for a loop, and it takes us a minute to kind of resituate ourselves and regroup. So it's okay. Okay, it's okay. Sometimes it's okay to be mad, and it's okay to be anxious, and it's okay to be upset, but decide how you want to process those emotions so that you can continue to move forward towards your goals, okay? Sometimes you really do have to address one before you can address the other. They go hand in hand. Okay, that's all I had to talk about today. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Again, if you guys have any suggestions or anything you want to talk about, let me know. I hope y'all have a great day. Bye.